The alien vessel shuddered as another barrage of plasma fire scorched its hull. Commander Vex gripped his command chair, his four eyes narrowing in frustration as the tactical display showed the relentless pursuit of the Coalition warships. "Status report," he barked, his translator converting the high-pitched clicks into standard galactic common. Lieutenant Orcs swiveled from her station. "Shields at 38%, Commander. Engine efficiency dropping. We won't make the jump point at this rate." Vex's secondary heart constricted. The data crystal containing the defense plans for the outer colonies would fall into Coalition hands if they were captured. Billions would die. The Galactic Council's resistance would collapse. "We need a diversion," Vex muttered, scanning the star charts. His gaze fell upon a small blue-green planet in an unremarkable system, officially designated as restricted territory. The indigenous species was primitive but showed promise. The Council had placed them under observation protocols rather than making contact. "Plot a course for System 3721, Sector 9, Vex ordered. "We'll slingshot around the third planet's moon and scatter sensor drones in high orbit." Navigator Plex hesitated. "Commander, that's a protected world. The inhabitants." "Our only chance," Vex interrupted. "The Coalition won't risk violating galactic law by firing on a protected world. We'll gain enough time to repair our engines." Jack Miller adjusted his telescope, focusing on the lunar surface from his cabin's porch. The Montana night was clear and cold, stars brilliant against the black canvas of space. At 42, the former Air Force pilot had found peace in this remote corner of the Rockies, away from the memories of wars and loss. A streak of light caught his attention, too fast for a satellite, too slow for a meteor. Then another, and another. "What the hell?" he whispered, tracking the objects as they decelerated in Earth's upper atmosphere. His military instincts kicked in. Jack rushed inside, grabbed his satellite phone, and dialed a number he hadn't used in years. "Colonel Thompson," a gruff voice answered. "Tom, it's Jack. I'm seeing multiple objects entering orbit. They're not ours, are they?" A pause. "No, we're tracking them too. Stay put, Jack. I'm sending someone." Drone Alpha 7 deployed its guidance systems as it settled into a stable orbit. Its primary function was to collect and transmit sensor data to aid the galactic vessel's escape. A secondary protocol activated as it scanned the planet below. Catalog indigenous species activity, avoid detection, report anomalies. The drone detected an unusual concentration of artificial satellites and primitive spacecraft. One satellite altered course, approaching Alpha 7's position. Threat assessment algorithms activated. The drone initiated evasive maneuvers, heading toward the atmosphere to use it as cover. Dr. Emma Reed stared at the data streaming across her screen at NASA's Threat Assessment Center. "It's changing course," she reported. "Whatever it is, it's reacting to our satellite." General Ward frowned. "Intentionally, are you certain?" "Yes, sir. It's displaying intelligent behavior. It's not alone. We're tracking 11 objects, all with similar signatures." The general reached for the secure phone. "Get me the president." Alpha 7 calculated that atmospheric descent offered the highest probability of evading detection. It plunged deeper, its outer casing heating as it encountered friction. Warning systems flagged structural integrity concerns, but the drone adjusted its approach angle and continued. 17 kilometers above the surface, Alpha 7 registered an approaching object, a primitive aerial vehicle with a biological entity inside. The drone's protocols dictated avoiding contact, but damage from atmospheric entry had compromised its propulsion systems. Major Ryan Banks pushed his F-35 to maximum speed, chasing the unidentified object across the Montana sky. "Command, I have visual," he reported. "It's like nothing I've ever seen. Metallic, about the size of a small car, no visible propulsion. It's damage, trailing some kind of energy signature." "Major, maintain distance and observe only," came the reply. Ryan watched as the object struggled to maintain altitude, trailing a blue-white energy plume. It veered toward an unpopulated mountain range. Alpha 7 systems were failing rapidly. In a last-ditch effort to fulfill its mission, it diverted power to its communication array, sending a compressed data packet to the galactic vessel with its observations. As the drone calculated its final trajectory, its threat assessment matrix triggered an unusual protocol, a message embedded by some unknown programmer, not part of its standard operating system. Jack had just finished speaking with Colonel Thompson when he heard it. A voice seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere, like a radio broadcast directly into his mind. "Do not fear. Human drone detected. We mean no harm." The message repeated in different languages, echoing across the valley. In his fighter jet, Major Banks heard it too. So did Dr. Reed at NASA, General Ward at the Pentagon, and thousands of others across the region. Commander Vex received Alpha 7's final transmission with shock. The drone had identified the planet's dominant species, humans, a name whispered with equal parts awe and fear throughout the more knowledgeable corners of the galaxy. Humans had been quarantined for a reason. Their history of warfare, their adaptability, their sheer tenacity made them potentially the most dangerous species in the galaxy if they ever reached the stars. "Abort mission," Vex ordered, voice shaking. "Hit us away from this system, now." "But Commander," Orcs protested, "the Coalition ships are nothing compared to what's on that planet." Vex snapped. "Divert all power to engines. I'll explain to the Council why we violated the quarantine, but we must leave immediately." As the galactic vessel altered course, Alpha 7 made its final descent, crashing into a remote mountainside. Jack reached the crash site first, using his knowledge of the local terrain. The object was partially buried in the forest floor, strange metals cooling in the night air. As he approached, a panel slid open, revealing a small crystalline device. It projected a holographic star map, one that showed Earth's position relative to thousands of other inhabited worlds. "My God," Jack whispered. When military personnel arrived hours later, Jack stood calmly waiting, the device safely hidden in his pocket. The universe had just become a much larger place, and humanity, it seemed, had been feared long before they knew there was anyone out there to fear them. As dawn broke over the mountains, Jack smiled. Humanity would reach the stars sooner than expected, and they would be ready.